baby. You know what time it is. Same bad time, same bad channel. What's going on? I was watching Tamron Hall earlier, and she had a guy on there who's a conservative Republican who doesn't like Mitt, who stated he doesn't like Mitt, doesn't like him because he's a Mormon. I do believe this guy is a Christian, conservative, big time. I don't know if he's sort of with the Tea Party or what, but he said that Mitt should, from what he talked about in that little private meeting he had with some of the one percenters up there in Florida, at the guy who runs a capital investment firm like he did at his house. They had that show. I mean, I'm not saying show. They had that meeting. $50,000 dinner, $50,000 a plate. But this guy said that Romney needs to start telling the people now, to turn around what he said. Not to take it back and say, well, look at the policies that I'm going to implement because I'm so successful is the policies that we need to implement for this country. He didn't say it. That's what he said, but I didn't say it the exact way he said it. Okay, let's go back real quick and look. Let me say it again. I'm successful. So my policies will be the same that help me get successful. Those same policies are shipping overseas, not paying taxes. How's that going to help us move forward? So, what are you telling me now that we're not going to be paying any taxes no more? Is that what you're telling us? Because, for one thing, I don't understand how you qualify for talking about taxes, saying anything out your mouth about taxes. You've got to be the most idiotic, stupid guy I've ever seen in my whole life. You're talking about taxes, and you don't even pay taxes, and you won't even show us your full tax form. But yet you play, I pay a lot of taxes. We're talking about income tax, dude, and that's the problem with American people. That's the problem with the Republicans and their constituents. They know that their constituents are dumb as hell, and that none of them are going to check and pay any attention about taxes. Okay, you got taxes on everything. When you go to the store and buy stuff, you pay tax. You buy a car, you pay tax. You got property tax. You got taxes on your house, gas tax. Everybody pays that. And for him to say about the 47% people who don't pay taxes, yeah, that's the elderly and the poor. Yeah, and what it is that they don't pay is they don't pay federal tax. They pay state tax. So they're still paying taxes. This dude is not paying capital gains tax. This dude is getting off big time because he's privileged, because he's rich. He's a rich dude. And he wants to run his mouth about taxes. Now you don't have nothing to even talk about, man. Shut your mouth. Dude, really? And then you're going to say that the policies that have been implemented over the years for you to get rich are the policies that is going to help move this country forward. You're out of your freaking mind. You outsource jobs. Dude, you're going to invest in a company in China just like a sweatshop. You still have a lot of investments over in China. Your money ain't over here helping us. It's over there helping them get paid. The guys who are hiring trafficking women and hiring them to make clothes and do all this stuff. Now I said clothes because I had a friend on Facebook that wanted me to discuss Walmart. Yeah, let's go into discussing Walmart. Okay, I'm starting a business myself, and my website's gonna be up and Friday no later than Saturday. Um, I don't have the luxury of Walmart. And I don't have the luxury of Mitt Romney to have a rich parent or a rich family member to back me. So I had to wait. I wanted to start a long time ago, so I had to wait. But Walmart, these guys are billionaires. The Waltons, they're the Waltons. They're billionaires. It's a couple of them. You know? And I guarantee you these guys don't pay much in taxes as well. And 90-something% of their products are made in China. Not over here. Made in China. They're killing us. They're killing us. And a lot of people are shopping at Walmart. Now, I'm not going to speak on Target. I'm not going to speak on Kmart or JCPenney's or Sears or any of those stores because, they do have some stuff that's made in China, then they do have some stuff that's made here. But I'm not going to speak on them. I'm going to speak on Walmart. These people are just raking. They're one of the big time destroyers of the economy. One of the big time destroyers of workers. Like I said, everything they get comes from China. That's fascinating, isn't it? It's really crazy. In that free trade thing, and then that free enterprise that these conservatives so boldly talk about, and that free enterprise should be one of the greatest things in this world. Yeah, I agree. Free enterprise is cool. There's nothing wrong with free enterprise. I'm starting mine, but I'm not going to compromise the integrity of people that work for me and say, okay, I'm going to hire overseas instead of hiring right here, instead of hiring workers right here in America. No, I'm going to ship all my things that's going to help me make money. Like say if I got a 1-800 line, I'm going to ship that overseas. Outsource it. I'll cut down my workforce, outsource, and get my products from overseas. It's going to be a lot cheaper. It's going to cut my cost in half, which are going to make my revenues rise even more. Because if they get it over here, they're going to pay. Because, manufacturing over here, you have people that get paid. You have a chain from the workers on up to management, on up to the executive branch of management, on up to the owner. And, hey, your lowly people, who are on the assembly line, they get paid okay money compared to if you have that same structure in China, which all you have is the low people at the bottom who are out there on the assembly line doing the production, get paid nothing. A day, you're probably talking about $7, $2, $3 a day. That's nothing compared to what they're getting paid by companies over here. And that's why these companies want to do what they do over there, because they know, look, I can give them a certain amount of money, get a good product over here, cut my cost, like I said, in half, sometimes more than half. 75%. And then I reap all the profits over here. I mean, now as a business person, and it's a smart thing to do. Because your profit margin is always going to be high. You're going to be making some buku money. But when you have a failing economy, and you got a country who's getting a majority of our money, a majority of our jobs, then that ain't right. It's just like this class warfare that the Republicans keep talking. When you don't have nothing to talk about, You don't have any policies. When you want to go back to the same stuff that got us into this mess, when you know the other guy's doing good, even though you're trying to make sure he isn't, you want to make sure that he looks like to other people that he's not, but behind closed doors, you know that he's doing good. So you're gonna say these things. Now, is it racism or is it politics, or is it both? Because I'm going to take this argument to you. You got a black man in office, right? Okay. Now, there's going to be a block that's going to vote for Obama and a block that's going to vote for Romney. You got your Democrats, you got your Republicans. A lot of Republicans vote Republican. A very high majority. 90-something%. Okay, then you got the same thing with Democrats. Now, some people get persuaded. Some people go independent. Some people get swayed because they're fed up with both parties. It's not both parties that's destroying this world. It's not. And that's one thing that I get tired of hearing. It's one thing I get tired of hearing people say, well, all politicians lie. Do you know that for sure? You only know what you're told. Do you know that for sure? That tells me that you don't know if somebody's lying to you or not. You can't distinguish between the truth or the lie, period. You grasping at straws. You lying to yourself. I mean, we can all tell who the liars are and who the liars ain't. We can all tell what's going on right now. Who started it? Who's telling all the lies? Who's got liars running their campaign? Doing ads for them, getting them money. Who? Not Obama. If Obama had a black Karl Rove, a black Koch brother, or one of them guys running his campaign, if he had Reverend Wright and what's the white dude? Shoot, I forgot the white dude's name, but you know who I'm talking about. If he had them guys running this campaign, boy, it'd be foul. Oh yeah, well look who's running this campaign. See, nobody's saying nothing about that. Nobody's highlighting that. Karl Rove is one of the architects of this economy. Sununu, another one. And he got kicked out of the party. Republicans have never been good on the economy. They never will be, because they're for one specific person. Period. Rich, white guy. That's it. And that's because they feel entitled. And it's easy for their constituents, because their constituents, let's be real, they're dumb as hell. A very wide majority of them are dumb as hell. Some of them are smart and they just don't care, because they say, I'd rather have a Republican in there anyway. Because everybody, they've always thought this, that the Democrats are for the minorities, and a lot of white people do not like that. And I'm talking about the ones that are on the Republican side. The Democrats, they love it that the Democrats are for everybody. You got a lot of whites that are like I said, standing behind me, that agree with everything. Because it's the truth. We don't lie to you here. What am I going to gain by lying to you? What am I going to gain being like Hannity or being like Rush Limbaugh, being like those guys? They like to tell a lie every second. These guys couldn't. And see, that's the problem that I have. These guys are on TV making millions and millions of dollars, and they can't tell the truth for nothing, because they don't care, because it's not going to affect them. Just that simple. And then when you have the credible guys that come along and tell the news, then they're locked in again too. Oh, they're lying. But this is my thing. When does common sense take over? Common sense, good judgment, and the truth. It's not hard to see. The obstruction. Obama's only had 4 months of 60 votes. Other than that, he hasn't been able to do anything. And these guys talking about class warfare. How's he creating class warfare when he, And then I would love some proof on how Obamacare is killing jobs. This is a version of Romney's plan, of Romney Care. Do y'all kind of get where I'm going at here? How these guys are continuously telling lies, clearly spinning things, and like I said before, if this guy wins, if this guy wins, it's just crazy stupid. I don't have any confidence in that side of the government, that party. I have no confidence in them. I've never have, even when they were the Democratic Party, which I wasn't even born then. But hey, since I've been born, I've never had confidence in these guys. Excuse me. This is real. We keep it real here. I've never had confidence in that party at all. And to be a black person and to even be a part of that party, you need to be ashamed of yourself. And really forget the racism part of it. Just because that party is just for one race. If you're of another race and you're in there, you're a pawn. You're a pawn on the chessboard to help them move forward. They don't care nothing about you, because what do they do in the black communities? Forget the Democrats, because we're the Rainbow Coalition. We're everybody. We're a reflection of America. What I want to know is, what do the Republicans do in the black communities? What have they ever done in the black communities? See, they don't worry about their rich constituents, because they know their kids are going to go to the Ivy League colleges, the D1 colleges. They got the money. Their health care is paid for. They don't have to worry about their social security. They don't have to worry about nothing. They're rich. Why you got to worry about those things when you're rich? But yet you want to take those away, those social programs away from people who really need them. Yes, there are some people who are getting away with the system, but that evens out, because you got a lot of y'all like Mitt Romney that are not playing, that haven't played by the rules when he was with Bain, and like Bernie Madoff and all these rich guys. They haven't played by the rules. They've never played by the rules. So a lot of these guys, the Koch brothers, come on, you can tell the Koch brothers, Murdoch. Look at what they're doing now. They're trying to steal elections. So that right there tells you, that's proof that these guys haven't and aren't and will never play by the rules. And like I said before in some earlier shows, these guys sat back and they watched. They sat back and they methodically, and I blame this on the Democrats. They sat back and they watched what Obama did, as far as getting money. And they said, well, look, Karl Rove, he said, well, look, I'm going to go, we got a lot of billionaires, a lot of guys that don't like black people, don't like that we got the fact that we got a black president. Because let's be clear here, because I got a lot of people hit me, oh, all you doing is talking about racism, because that's what it is. Because the Republican Party only let Kane get into that race because he was black, to pander to us, and it didn't work. It didn't. I don't believe it. They will never, ever nominate a black person. Look what they did to Steele. He raised more money for the RNC than any other person. And they got rid of his ass. And they only put him, he was only there. He was a pawn. He was a pawn on the chessboard again. If they figure they can get just a slither of the black vote, or a slither of more black Republicans, then they're happy. Because they know they're never going to reach any like 10 or 10%, or they know they're not going to reach that. But if they can just get a little bit, because what they're hoping is like with us, with Obama in 2008, that every white person that can vote is going to come out and vote. And then let's talk about this voting. They talk about the cheating. They're the ones that do the cheating. It's just like the the welfare, the not the welfare, yeah, well, yeah, the welfare thing, the redistribution of wealth, which they're saying that Obama's dividing up the country. You're doing that. It's not Obama, it's you guys. You guys are doing the racism. You guys are dividing up the country. You're doing all of that. And then you're trying to flip it to say the presidents. But you know what? The thing about this is us American people realize it. Now the ones that don't, they ain't never gonna realize it. They're not too smart. They've never been too smart. And you prey on that, and you know that. Because you're running around out here, you're just telling them anything. You're telling them anything. Because when you start talking about the 47%, some of that 47% are Republicans who aren't paying taxes. So, I'm trying to figure out why you guys even think you're going to continuously keep getting away with it. Things are coming back on. Like I said, Obama should be up by more than what he's up. Now they got a new poll out now, he's up by 5. I see another bump, another 2-point bump or so, just with those comments. He should get another bump soon. I can't wait to the debates because they keep talking about, how Romney's a strong debater. I didn't see that in the Republican. I watched some of it. I didn't see that in the Republican debates. I saw a bunch of gaffes. I saw a bunch of pauses. I saw a bunch of moments. I saw a lot of guys who were better than him. It's just that they were just too. People just didn't like them, and they wasn't gonna get nominated anyway. I mean, come on. We all knew after 2008 that Mitt was going to be the Republican nominee, period. That's a no-brainer. I mean, come on, really? That's a freaking no-brainer. We knew that he was going to be the nominee. First of all, we knew Newt wasn't going to get shit. We knew Santorum wasn't going to get shit. And we definitely knew Herman Cain wasn't going to get nothing. Come on. We knew who it was going to be. It was going to be Mitt and Obama. And that's it. But if you can't run an effective campaign against a guy who has been made to look by your party as inadequate, stupid, nigga that don't know what I said it, nigga, that don't know what he's doing and shouldn't be in office. And oh yeah, by the way, we don't need no more black people in office. That's basically what y'all saying. Because like I said about the fence, you got some people that on the fence say, okay, well, we'll give a black guy a chance. Let's give a black guy a chance. Some people are genuinely said, you know what, I think this guy is going to be right. Some people say, oh, they're on the fence. And now some people are like, oh, well, I ain't going to vote for him now. But they're not looking at the big picture. They're not looking at, first of all, how things started. They're not really looking at the first 2 years of his administration, which, like I said, he only had 4 months. You can't get that much implemented in 4 months of 60 votes. You can't. But he got enough done to where you see what's on his resume. And I believe this thing over here in Egypt and the rest of those Muslim companies, Afghanistan countries, I believe that was all that, because these guys know a lot of people, like Lindsey Graham running his mouth, John McCain running his mouth. They know a lot of people in foreign countries. Bush is out there, Cheney's out there, Carroll's out there. So, these guys saw an opportunity for that tape. They saw an opportunity to incite some violence. Saw an opportunity. And they took it. So now, Obama's lost a few points. I'm trying to get how dumb people are. a few points of foreign policy. You cannot change something to somebody who's willing to strap a bomb on themselves and kill themselves and kill other people. So what freaking, tell me what fucking, let me just, yeah, god damn it. Tell me what fucking policy any president, any, can implement that's going to stop me, if I'm a Muslim, from strapping a bomb, walking into a mall, and blowing up everybody and myself. What policy are you going to do to stop that? You can't. You can't. And like I said, we're all over these different countries. It's crazy. And I'll tell you, if Mitt gets in, we're going to go into another war, and it's probably with Iran. And I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't go into war with Soviets, or what he said, Soviets and China. But like I said, their buddies have a stake in it. War is money. Y'all better recognize. We need to get out and vote. Now, after the next 4 years, Obama gets his next 4 years, then we're going to have to work. We better hope that Hillary runs. And she gets into office. And then we get another 8 years. Democratic rule. Because these Republicans, I tell you, man, they scared the crap out of me. They scared the crap out of me when Bush was there. They scared the crap out. They scare me. Period. Because that's all they talk about. War, war, war. A bunch of guys that went to school that were punks. Straight up punk asses. And now they got a little bit of power and they want to exercise it. Please. Gonna get everybody killed. Some bullshit. Off of some stupid shit. Well, I think my time is up. I don't want to go too far, but I tried to cover everything that I could. Well, Lindsay Lohan got in trouble again. Ain't that crazy? I think she's a cute little sexy thing, but I don't get that girl's. She got a hit and run. How many times you gonna keep getting off? She back on drugs again? Drinking and drugging again? Don't make no sense. But you know what? Also, I want to see what Dumbo the clown, plastic surgeon, freak of a Nicki Minaj. She's getting ready to be on American Idol. I want to see what their numbers would be like. I want to see what those numbers would be like, because like I said, a lot of y'all don't know a lot of things that I do. Did a commercial back in 2005 for ESPN that aired on TV. SP and OJ were in it. Steve Palmer and Old Dizzle. And before then I was trying to do some TV stuff. I had a friend of mine who was knows Ice Cube and a few other people. I wrote a few scripts, and one of them got stolen. And a show came out that Ice Cube did that was on TV. It was on FX. And the chick keeps saying that she didn't give it to him. I was like, it's a coincidence, because it was the same show, same idea that I had. And Ice Cube. And I still hadn't gotten that stuff back, but she claims she has it. You know what I'm saying? But I talked to some, I've been still doing, I got a whole bunch of stuff now. And that's kind of the reason why I'm doing this, because I'm trying to up my brand. So I can get my foot through the door and do things right and become rich right and do the right thing, not pay taxes and help other people come through the door, other people of color. But I was in talks with the senior programmer for BET about a show with Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne, and Rick Ross. But he told me, oh, well, since you're not known, this and that, I don't know, do you know these people? Have you talked to them? If those numbers are high, you best believe I'm going to put it out there. Like, dude, you messed up. I had an idea. Bring them numbers. But now, I don't even, like I said, after that little crap, that rap that Nicki Minaj did, freak her. Point blank. But, enough about me. But one thing that I'd like to say to y'all, the money's out here. There's positive legal things to do to get paid, to up your status. You just gotta go out here and apply yourself and find out what it is that you can do. You can start your own business. This is America. It's one of the greatest places. We are the greatest workers, the greatest innovators, everything. The only person gonna hold you back is you. Me, I'm pushing on. I got a lot of things going on, and hey, it takes time. Nobody becomes an overnight success. Peace. Y'all have a good one. Peace.